So what's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Michael Tronto with Houseflow, and in this video I'm going to tell you how I made $272,000 on a houseflow. All right, guys, this is a house. I'm going to show you some photos of it. I picked up this house about December 2021. As you can see from the photos, it needed a lot of work. You can see where the siding was rotted, and this was that masonite cardboard type siding. You also had, the roof was leaking. And you know, as I travel around to the back, you see that the two compressors that are back there, the two HVAC units, those needed to be replaced. The decking was unsteady, so I knew I had to replace the deck. So I knew automatically I had to replace roof, siding, gutters, deck, HVAC, and when I got into the house, it was pretty much what I'm used to seeing, where, you know, it was an old kitchen, there was a lot of personal belongings. There was some laminate flooring that was there that, you know, just wasn't that attractive. And as I walked the house, you know, I pretty much knew that the interior was going to be scraping popcorn ceilings, gutting the kitchen cabinets, gutting all the vanities, toilets in the bathrooms. And then I could show you some before pictures of what the master bathroom looked like. You can see that kind of purple that's in there. The shower, you know, the shower needed a lot of work. So I knew this was going to be a big rehab, and when I looked at it, I knew I was looking at about $100,000 in renovation costs. So, you know, when I talked to the seller, I found out why they were selling. But when we look at this, because you're going to see how I made $272,000 on this house. And, you know, we could look at different things. I'm going to show you how the design choices that I made, but one of the things that I want to focus on is, how did I find this deal? How could you find a deal? And I'll show you at the end of the video what my net was, because the gross was $272,000. I'm going to show you what my net is going to be at the end of this video. So this person found me via my Carrot website. So she filled out a form. She requested that I contact her. She found my Carrot website via a Google search. So that was all my SEO that I do, my search engine optimization. That was the marketing channel that led to this lead. After I walked the property and I talked with her a little bit, you know, I think she wanted around $300,000, but I determined that around $275,000 buying the house as it is was going to be the best that I could do, because the comparables were anywhere from mid to high 400s, but my realtors thought that we could go into the low fives. But when I crunched all the numbers, $100,000 into it in general repairs, I mean, that's a lot of money. So generally, if I'm going to spend $100,000 in repairs, I want to get at least $200,000 back, because I want to get all the repair money back, get the money that I spent on repairs, get that back, and then I got to get my profit out, minus all the costs of selling, realtor costs, holding costs, all that stuff. So really determined that $275,000 was going to be the best that I could do. So she had to think about it for a little while, but finally what we agreed to was I would buy the house from her $275,000 as it is. She didn't have to clean. She could discard whatever personal property she wanted, leave it in the house, pick up and go. And I think on this deal, I actually let her, we closed on the deal, and then she moved out a couple of days later, and that was fine. We did a seller possession after closing addendum, which is, you should, if you're going to think about doing that, just find out from your local realtor or your local RIA what the seller possession after closing is in your state. In North Carolina, it's actually a simple form. I walk you through the renovations that we did. So it was all new siding, new roof, new gutters. We had to rebuild the deck. Also, I knew I had to replace the AC compressors that are outside, but what I found out later was I knew it had a furnace, and I knew it was a little older. So we wound up having to replace the furnace, but then when I had my general contractor doing it, it turns out that the furnace was in the garage, and that's not up to code. So we had to move the furnace from the garage to the crawl space. So that really started to add up. You know, as you can see in some of these after photos, we did LVP throughout the whole house, and when we demoed the original floor, there was a lot of subflooring rots. We had to place a lot of floorboards. We scraped the ceilings. We did all new kitchen cabinets, tile backsplash, new pulls, new light fixtures in the kitchen with can lighting. We completely redid the vanity, tile flooring, and I think we did actually LVP on all throughout the first floor. and then new toilet, and then new vanity in the half bath that was on the first floor. We had to put some insulation in the garage, do a little bit of work in that garage. We had to replace the water heater. It's a gas water heater. My guys really did a nice job on, if you look in the second floor, they did all new tile flooring in the hall bath, new tile tub surround, new tub, new vanity. They did a beautiful job in that bathroom. Then when you look around in the master bath with the new vanity, the new tile flooring, and then that glass surround, completely rebuilt shower with the niche, that was a beautiful job in that bathroom. So all in all, that renovation came out to $135,000, $140,000. You know, we put this to market in early 2022, so it was just the perfect time to put a house on the market before everything changed in June 2022. But you know, I talked to my realtors, and they said, you know, this is a very sought after neighborhood. You know, a lot of people want to live here. It's a beautiful house. I think it was like 2,500 square feet. But she said, all right, let's price it at $550. So, you know, I knew that at $550 I would probably get, you know, my net would be close to what I spent in repairs, and that was very good. But what happened was, when we went up putting it to market, in a couple of days, we started having multiple offers over highest and best, and someone offered me $651,000 for that house, and they put up $50,000 in due diligence money, not earnest money. So keep in mind that when someone writes you a check for $50,000, due diligence fee, that goes directly to the seller, and that just gets credited to the purchase price when they buy. If they buy, they don't get that back. That's immediately disposable to the seller. So, you know, we wound up accepting that offer, and the interesting thing was, when the renovation was finished, I let the original seller tour the house, and she knew I paid her $275,000, and I listed it at $551,000. But she said, you just did such a beautiful job, and I'm just so proud of it, and I'm so glad that I sold the house to you. And she left me a 5-star Google review on Google Reviews. $272,000 flip, which netted $150,000. And I was actually able to talk about that on the Investor Carrot podcast, and actually the Carrot Summit of 2022. So that was a great flip. That was a fantastic. And what are the lessons that can be gained from this? Well, in order to get those types of deals, the most efficient way to do that is to have people that can find me. Because when you look at the exterior of this house, when you look at the section of North Raleigh that was in, you know, the question that becomes is, if you were sending direct mail, or if you were door knocking or texting, how are you going to know that this house is going to have that much profit in it at that time? So my main strategy for marketing, my customers can find me. And that's been, in my experience, that's been the most efficient way to find the best deals. And these are customers that want someone that they trust, someone that's going to deliver good service, and someone that's going to do what they say that they're going to do, not necessarily someone that's going to throw money at them like a big iBuyer. So that was you can look at all the before and after photos. That was one of the great best flips I've ever participated in. And if you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more of these videos coming out. Hit the notifications button, and post all your comments in the comments section, because I know a lot of you guys have questions, but I can't answer your questions if I don't know what they are. Also, you know, if there's any type of specific content you want me to talk about, any questions that you guys have, go ahead and leave those down in the comments so I know what to do for further videos. But thanks for stopping by, guys. See you soon.